Okay, so we're back now, still talking about apoptosis. Earlier on, we had an overview video on apoptosis where I told you guys that apoptosis is basically a natural death of a cell. That's programmed cell death. Okay, so we went on to still discuss about the mechanism of apoptosis. We also spoke about differences between apoptosis and necrosis. Okay, and in here, guys, we'll be talking about the types of cell apoptosis. If a cell is dying via the programmed um, way of death, that means it is arranged. Okay, so now this arrangement could be the natural arrangement, or it could be arrangement due to a disease condition. Do you understand? So it's just as simple as that. Types of cell apoptosis. We'll be defining what apoptosis is, and we'll go on to talk about this is the natural apoptosis, which we also call the physiological apoptosis. I'll be talking about the pathological apoptosis, right, which is basically disease induced. So talking about this apoptosis, the definition, we said that apoptosis is genetically what programmed cell death. Now, apoptosis and necrosis may occur concurrently, okay, leading to mitochondrial membrane damage, okay. So, necroptosis is a distinct process which resembles necrosis morphologically, but it is genetically controlled form of cell death, right? It's like apoptosis, which is genetically controlled, but it's in between apoptosis and necrosis, okay? So, apoptosis may be physiological or pathological, okay? Just like I told you guys, it's programmed cell death, but this programmed cell death could be that, okay, it is naturally arranged, or it could be that some bad guys in your systems are basically going behind the back to arrange for your cell death, okay? So apoptosis, if you see if there's a cell death stimuli, apoptosis is when the cell will now break up into smaller particles, which are called what apoptotic bodies. And these apoptotic bodies are the ones that will now feed fit into the macrophages and will be phagocytosed. Okay. Now let's look at the first type of apoptosis, which is the natural one, which is the physiologic apoptosis. We said that programmed destruction of cells during embryogenesis. Okay, like examples of it. Okay, because during embryogenesis, naturally some cells need to be destroyed so that some cells will mature. Do you understand? So programmed destruction of cells during embryogenesis, involution of hormone-dependent tissues upon hormone. Example: endometrium in menstrual cycle. When the lady is on menses, the endometrium will hypertrophy, okay? So after the hormones are withdrawn, it will atrophy, okay? So now there's cell loss in proliferating cell populations like immature lymphocytes in bone marrow. There's elimination of potential harmful self-reacting lymphocytes. There's removal of neutrophils and lymphocytes at the end of immune response or inflammation, right? Because at the end of immune response, when the lymphocytes and neutrophils are done with their attacks, they need to be retrieved. If not, they'll start acting on the body's cells, and that's what we call autoimmunity. Okay, so moving on now to talk about the pathological induced apoptosis. When there's a DNA damage, it can lead to apoptosis. If there's accumulation of misfolded proteins like endoplasmic reticulum stress, which is induced by excessive proteins in endoplasmic reticulum. It is responsible for neurodegenerative diseases, okay? Then viral infections too can cause apoptosis, which is induced by cytotoxic T cells, okay? So the cytotoxic T cells, as they are being activated to fight the viruses, they can fight the viruses and still affect part of the body too. Then pathologic atrophy in what parenchymal organs after duct obstruction. Okay, so guys, that's it about the types of apoptosis we have, which is basically what physiologic apoptosis and pathologic apoptosis. All right, I'll be seeing you guys pretty soon, and bye.